Welcome back to Your True Potential. My name is Dan Lier, America's Coach, and we're talking about the art of parenting and raising leaders. Before the break, we talked about implementing the three-step strategy for discipline with our kids. And still on the topic of discipline, I think it's great to give kids a glimpse of what's possible in life, both good and bad in regard to discipline. For example, step 2 is consequences and praise. So we take every opportunity to show our kids what a lack of discipline leads to. When we see someone on the street corner with a sign asking for money, or someone we may see on the street begging for money, I explain to my kids that they didn't have parents who demanded them to be their very best. Now, I'm sensitive to people and their circumstances, so I'm not poking fun at any way, and I know that anything can happen to anyone. Yet I use those real-life examples to give my kids a visual of what life could be like without a mom and a dad to discipline them. It's my job. It's the reality of life, and we can use those situations to educate our kids. So the bottom line is this: if you're a parent, you are blessed with a child or children who deserve the best chance to succeed. And success is not defined by what they wear, their toys, or what they get to do. Success is defined by their ability to make decisions on their own and hold themselves accountable. The only way that muscle gets built is by a parent or parents who get the big picture and have the self-confidence and self-esteem to demand the best from their child. Now, a potential challenge here, and it's absolutely imperative for the mom and dad to be on the same page. I mean, even if the parents get divorced, it does your child no good to have a stern father and a pushover mother, or vice versa. Consistency is the key. Oftentimes, there is inconsistency in the parents in regard to enforcing the rules. Now, I know you know this, that kids are very smart, and they will manipulate you if you let them. I mean, human nature is to follow the path of least resistance. So you can bet if one of the parents is a pushover, that's where the kids are going to go. I mean, I've even heard parents talk about it. They say, yeah, I'm a pushover, or I have a hard time saying no, and they chuckle about it. Newsflash here, with all due respect, you're not doing your kids any favors. If one of the parents has a different set of rules, you're undermining and showing a lack of respect for the other parent. My message is simple. Please spend some time and set up the rules you can both live with and feel good about enforcing. Get on the same page. Remember, it's not about you. It's about setting the foundation of success for your kids. Remember, kids love discipline. I believe a child with no discipline feels like their parents really don't care about them, which leads them to find love and connection in other places. So here's your assignment for today. Right now, on a scale of 0 to 10, 10 being the highest, where do you rate your discipline with your kids? And here's my follow-up question. Is that where it needs to be? If not, make a decision today to raise the bar on your discipline in your house, and remember the 3 steps to creating discipline. Step 1, define your rules. Step 2, make sure there are consequences for breaking the rules and praise for following the rules. Step 3, let your kids know why you're holding them to higher standards. It's because you love them and you want them to have the best chance to succeed. Great job. Now, let's address health and nutrition and raising champions. I'll let you know up front that I'm not a nutritionist or a health educator. I'm here to talk generally about the impact of health and nutrition on raising champions. Playing college basketball and being around athletics my entire life, I've always been interested in whatever could improve my performance. I have a master's degree in physical education, which necessitates the understanding of nutrition and exercise on the human body. So I do have some basis for my message here. Yet, like I said, I'm not going scientific on you. These are the basics. First and foremost, let's talk about nutrition. What are your kids eating? Which really means, what are you feeding them? Again, this is really about you and how willing you are to give your child the best possible chance for success. If you read the papers and magazines, there are more children that are diagnosed with ADD or ADHD than ever before. I mean, when I was growing up, there was no ADHD. I mean, health experts had to create another category to give us a reason for our kids' behavior. Now, I understand there are some legitimate medical concerns, yet let's talk about the diet of our kids. I mean, honestly, it just blows me away when I see young kids drinking sodas or eating candy. I mean, come on. What positive result is going to happen from that? I mean, I've even seen kids have sodas in their sippy cups. I mean, I'm just not able to think of a good reason for my kids to drink soda so they don't. I mean, honestly, what is the need for a child to drink soda? Is it good for them? No. Does it make them smarter? Does it build muscles or enhance fitness? No. Does it develop positive habits for a healthy lifestyle? No. And quite frankly, it's the same for you and I. Yet the difference is we're adults and we can make our own choices. Kids only know what you allow them to do based on the boundaries or rules that you set up. My son Daniel's 10 and Zoe's 8, and they've never had a soda. And quite frankly, they don't want one. They believe that sodas won't allow their bodies and brains to grow. And actually, a couple years ago, I was inducted in my high school basketball Hall of Fame, and unknowingly, Daniel and Zoe had some punch that was actually mixed with Sprite. That was a huge thing for them. And now they say that, yeah, we've had some Sprite. Now, in our house, we talk about the impact of sugar on the body. I mean, our kids eat treats on occasion, and it's for a special occasion. It's not an everyday thing. And if you have young children, you know all about the birthday parties, which is nothing more than a sugar fest. And we let our kids know up front, if they want to have cake at the party, they need to eat their vegetables before they go to the party. And they have an understanding of nutrition and what their body needs. Again, we're simply building success principles at a very young age. Well, it's time for a break. When we come back, I'm going to share with you our strategy for setting the bar on sugar in the cereal aisle and some ideas for fitness. We'll be right back to Your True Potential. Stay tuned.